My stepsister looked me over at her luxury wedding, smiled like I was still the girl they pushed out years ago, and said, "You don't belong here." But the second her groom went pale, stared at me like the room had suddenly stopped making sense, and asked, "Do you even know who she is?" The ballroom went dead quiet, and the family that had always treated me like an afterthought realized far too late that I had walked back into their world carrying a name they could no longer dismiss. "You don't belong here." She said it loud enough for the table next to us to hear. Bianca, my stepsister, in her $40,000 dress, surrounded by 500 guests, smiling like she'd just won something. I looked at her calmly. Funny, I was invited. Her smile didn't move. That was always her trick. She made cruelty look like conversation. "By who?" she said. "Because I'd love to know which one of my guests felt sorry for you." The table went quiet. Her mother, Diane, pressed her lips together. That same look she'd had the night she watched me walk out the front door at 16 with a duffel bag and nowhere to go. Bianca had accused me of ruining her dress before a school event. A lie. The stain was still wet when she came downstairs crying. Didn't matter. My father believed her. He didn't investigate, didn't ask twice, just told me to get out. I waited for him to stop me at the end of the driveway. He never came, so I rebuilt. Couch to couch, shift to shift, warehouse floors, supply rooms, freight contracts nobody important wanted to understand. I studied what the suits ignored. Compliance gaps, inventory drift, broken logistics chains bleeding companies dry. I got very, very good at finding problems, and then I got very, very good at owning the solutions. Now I run a firm that touches over 60% of the luxury goods supply chain on the East Coast, including the supply chain for the company that manufactures Bianca's husband's entire fashion line. I found that out 3 weeks ago, sent my assistant a small note, nothing dramatic, just flagged a meeting request with their legal team, but that was next week's problem. Tonight I just wanted to see Bianca's face. "You still cleaning up other people's messes?" she said, tilting her head. The table around her laughed softly, nervous. The way people laugh when they're not sure if they should. That's when I felt someone stop behind me. Bianca. The voice was male, clipped, careful. Her husband, Marcus, the groom, the man who'd spent 3 years building his brand into a household name. Bianca turned, delighted, ready to perform. "Baby, this is—" "I know who she is." The room shifted. Marcus wasn't smiling. His face had gone the color of old paper. "Do you know who she is?" he asked Bianca quietly. Bianca laughed, the bright, dismissive sound she used when she wanted something to disappear. "She's nobody. She's the reason your florist got their delivery on time." His voice dropped lower. "She's the reason your venue had its linen order. She's the reason half the vendors at this wedding have a functioning supply chain right now." Silence, not polite silence. The breathless, terrified kind. Marcus looked at me. Not angry, not apologetic. Just honest in the way men get when they suddenly understand a situation they thought they controlled. "Her firm services 11 of our top manufacturing partners," he said. To Bianca. To Diane. To my father, who had appeared at the edge of the crowd with a glass of champagne frozen halfway to his mouth. "We've been trying to get a meeting with her for 2 months. Bianca's smile finally cracked, just at the edges, just enough. I reached into my clutch and pulled out a business card, set it on the table in front of her without looking at her. "Congratulations on the wedding," I said. I turned to leave. Then Marcus said the thing that made the whole room stop breathing. "Actually, we need to talk tonight, because as of Monday, your contract with our manufacturers is up for renewal." I paused, turned back. "I know," I said. Full story on channel, link below.